Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little cardigan for a newborn baby. This little cardigan here was inspired by the World Kindness Day, newborn babies wearing their little red cardigans. This is my version, so I hope you like it. Okay, so without further say, let's get started and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this medium number 4 yarn. Now, to begin, I have 54 chains, and this chain here measures about 36 centimeters. Okay, so to begin, on the 4th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to make a double crochet. The 3 chains counts as your first double crochet. Now here I'm going to make a total of 7 double crochets. So I have 2, into the next chain make your next double crochet. That's 3, into the next chain 4, into the next chain 5 double crochets, 6, 7 double crochets. Okay, we have the 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now chain 1 and into the next chain make a double crochet. Now here I'm going to make 12 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 double crochets, chain 1, and into the next chain make a double crochet. Here I'm going to make 14 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 double crochets, 13, 14 double crochets, chain 1, and into the next chain make a double crochet. Now here I'm going to make 12 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 double crochets. Chain 1 and into the next chain make a double crochet. And here we're going to finish with 7 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, and this is how we finish this first row. Okay, so we have the first row to our yoke. So here, this is going to be one of the front panels, then we have one of the sleeves, the back is here, and again the sleeve with the front panel. That's what it looks like. Okay, so I'll come back and show you the second row. Okay, now for the second row, in the first row I had a total of 52 double crochets. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 2 and turn. The 2 chains never count as a stitch. Now here, we're going to work these 7 double crochets. So beginning on top of the first, you're going to make a double crochet. Then a double crochet on top of the next, double crochet on top of the next. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now inside each one of the chain 1 spaces, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do the following. You're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And now here we're going to continue with making these 12 double crochets. So on top of the next one, make a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 double crochets, and then we have the next chain 1 space. In there you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. On top of the next double crochet, make your next double crochet. So this is all we're going to do for the second row. Here you're just going to work these 14 double crochets, and then inside the next chain 1 space you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then continue with these 12 double crochets, and then to this last chain 1 space you're going to make same thing, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then finish with these 7 double crochets. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row, and I have a total of 60 double crochets. Now from here on, we're going to be increasing on each row by 8 double crochets. So here for rows 3 and 4, you're going to chain 2 and turn, and on top of the first double crochet, you're going to make your first double crochet. Then you're going to continue and make these 8 double crochets. Remember, the 2 chains never count as a stitch, and inside each one of the chain 1 spaces, just like we did on the second row, you're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then continue until you come to the next chain 1 space, and then continue again until you do the exact same thing on each one of the chain 1 spaces, which is just a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. At the end of this third row, you're going to have a total of 68 double crochets. When you finish, you're going to chain 2, turn, and then do exactly what I just did here, and repeat the same thing. Inside each one of the chain 1 spaces, you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and finish the 4th row with 76 double crochets. I will meet you at the end of the 4th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 4th row, and I have a total of 76 double crochets. Now for the 5th row, chain 2 and turn. The 2 chains never count as a stitch. Now in this row, we're going to divide our sleeves. So here I'm going to work these double crochets. So on top of the first one, make your first double crochet. On top of the next, a double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochets. Now inside this chain 1 space, you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, skip these 18 double crochets, and inside the next chain 1 space you're going to make 2 double crochets. And this is how we're going to divide this sleeve. and that's what it looks like. Now you're going to do the exact same thing after you're finished making these double crochets here. Inside this chain 1 space, you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then skip these 18 double crochets, and into this last chain 1 space make 2 double crochets, and then finish this side. I will meet you at the end of this 5th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this 5th row. Now let me show you what our little yoke looks like. Okay, we have 12 double crochets here on this side, 12 on this side, and we have 24 for the back side. So in total we have 48 double crochets. Now for the 6th row, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 chains and turn. The 2 chains never count as a stitch. Now here I'm going to work these 12 double crochets. So beginning on top of the first double crochet, I'm going to make my first double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 double crochets. Now here under the sleeve where we have the 2 chains on this side and on this other side, you're going to do the exact same thing. Into the first chain you're going to make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Into the next chain, same thing, 2 double crochets, and then you're just going to continue along the back side making double crochets until you come here to the next chain 2 space, and you're going to do the exact same thing. 2 double crochets into the first chain and 2 double crochets into the second, and then continue and finish this 6th row. I'll meet you at the end of the 6th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 6th row. Now I have a total of 56 double crochets, and this is what it looks like. Okay, now from here on what we're going to do is just double crochets. So here to do that, we're going to chain 2 and turn, and all you're going to do are double crochets on top of each one of the double crochets. We're not going to make any more increases or anything. All we're going to do are double crochets. So continue like this for a total of 7 rows, and I'll meet you at the end of the 14th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 14th row. So in total I did 7 rows here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 rows. Now for rows 15, this is what we're going to do. We're going to chain 2 and turn. The 2 chains never count as a stitch. Here on top of the first double crochet, we're going to make a double crochet, and from here on we're going to work front post and back post double crochets. So this first double crochet that's here, not this one here, but this next one, we're going to make a front post double crochet. The next one, back post double crochet, and then front post double crochet. This is all I'm going to do for this row. I'm just going to alternate between a front post and a back post double crochet all the way to the end. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished this row of front post and back post double crochets. Here I just made one last double crochet on top of the last double crochet. Cut my yarn and then pass my yarn through this last loop, and this part here is done. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to work the same thing here around the collar. So we're going to make front post and back post double crochet. So insert your hook here into this very first stitch, grab a loop, and chain 2, 1 and 2. Now this next double crochet, not this one but this one here, we're going to work into a front post double crochet. The next one, back post double crochet. Next one, front post double crochet. This is all I'm going to do for this row. So continue like this, alternating between a front post and a back post double crochet all around. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at this other side of the collar here. To finish, I just made one double crochet on top of this last double crochet, and this part here is done, and that's what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work single crochets along this side. So here we're going to chain one, and into this first double crochet I'm going to make 2 single crochets. Then into the next space 2 single crochets. So here along the edge we're just going to make single crochets like this. So 2 single crochets on each stitch along the very edge. So like right there, 2 single crochets. This is how I'm going to continue all the way down, so I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. Into this last space I made a single crochet here inside, and then I'm just going to go into this last stitch here and make my last single crochet there. Now this part here is done, and now in the next row we're going to add our buttonholes. Now this little sweater that I'm making is for boys. You can still make the buttonholes in the same side as I am doing it for girls, but make sure that you turn your sweater the other side so that your buttonholes are on the right side. Okay, so here we're going to chain one and turn. Into this first single crochet I'm going to make a single crochet, chain one, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. Here I'm going to make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now chain one, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. From here on we're going to have 5 single crochets in between each buttonhole. So here we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets, chain one, skip this single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet, and continue in the same way all the way to the top. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top. I did my last buttonhole here at the end, and then did a single crochet into the very last single crochet here on top. Now we're going to make 1 more row, so chain one and turn. Here all we're going to do are slip stitches. So into this first single crochet, insert your hook, grab a loop, and make a slip stitch. Inside the chain one space of the first buttonhole, make a slip stitch. Into the next single crochet, a slip stitch, and so on. This is all I'm going to do for this row, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these slip stitches here, and this is what it looks like. So here I just cut my yarn and pass my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. Don't forget to turn if you're going to make this for a little girl, so that your buttonholes are on the right side. This stitch is reversible, so it works out pretty well like that. So now, since I'm making it for a little boy, I'm going to turn it where the buttonholes are on the left, and now we're going to go here to this other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did here. We did 2 rows and then the row of slip stitches. So here, insert your hook into this very last stitch right there, grab a loop, like this, chain one, and into this stitch here make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Into the next space, 2 single crochets, into the next 2 single crochets. This is all I'm going to do all the way to the top, so continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top. I have a total of 32 single crochets. Now chain one, turn, and we're going to go back down and work single crochets. So continue like this, just working single crochets all the way down. I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this second row. Now chain one and turn, and here we're going to work slip stitches. So insert your hook into the first single crochet and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the next and make a slip stitch. Here, this is all we're going to do, just work slip stitches all the way to the top. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this row of slip stitches and this part here is done. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before we did this row of buttonholes is that you could easily just join both sides by just making 2 rows of single crochet on this side and then 2 on this side, and then make 1 row of slip stitches right down the very center up to maybe up to here, and then that way it's more like a little pullover sweater than a cardigan. So that would have been an option for you, or that would be an option for you if you want to make it that way instead. So here what I'm going to do to continue is I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to work single crochets all around, but we're going to work them into front post and back post single crochets. So chain 1, this first stitch here we're going to work into a front post single crochet, the next one make into a back post single crochet, and then here we have the double crochets, so a front post single crochet and a back post single crochet. Continue like this all around the neckline. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this part and then continue and work on one of the sleeves. Okay, I finished this row here. Here at the end I did 1 single crochet into this last stitch here, cut my yarn and then pass my yarn through that last loop, and we're done with this part here around the neckline. So now we're going to work on one of the sleeves, so we're going to go here to the sleeve, and here we have 4 double crochets. So I'm going to insert my hook right in the very center. Let's see, right there. So insert your hook there, grab this loop, bring it through the front, chain 2, 1, 2, turn, and into this same space here go back in and make a double crochet. Now we're going to make 1 stitch reduction, so yarn over, insert your hook into this very corner stitch right there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and then we have this double crochet, so insert your hook there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops in the hook, close. And now here we're just going to continue working double crochets all around like this. Continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end right here to show you how we're going to finish this first row. Okay, I'm here at the end. Up to here I have 20 double crochets. I'm counting this double crochet here where we have the 2 chains and the stitch reduction that counts as 1 double crochet. So now to finish, yarn over, insert your hook here where we have this double crochet, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and then insert your hook into this corner right there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops in the hook, close. And now to finish, we're going to join to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish this first row with a total of 21 stitches all around. Now for the second row and all rows that follow, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Now here you're going to make a double crochet into the same stitch you did your slip stitch right there, and then continue all around just making double crochets just like this. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end of this second row to show you what we need to do next. At the end of this second row up to here I have 21 double crochets. Now to finish this row and all rows that follow, you're going to go to the top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now to begin every row you're going to chain 2 and turn, and into the same stitch here you're going to make a double crochet and a double crochet on top of the next, and so on. Here all we're going to make are double crochets. Okay, so continue like this and repeat this last row. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Here at the end of the 8th row, so in total I did 8 rows, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now here I just joined here to the beginning with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to work front post and back post double crochets. So beginning here, this first one I'm going to work into a front post double crochet, the next one back post double crochet, the next one front post double crochet. This is all I'm going to do for this row, so continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. I finished here. Now to finish, I just joined to the first chain, made a slip stitch, and then passed my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. Now you're going to do the exact same thing we did on this sleeve. You're going to do it here on this other side. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you our finished little cardigan. Okay, I finished making the other sleeve and my baby sweater is done. I also added the buttons, and here it is. This is what it looks like. Now the measurements are from the top of the neckline down to the sleeve. It measures, let's see, it's about 19.5 centimeters, which is about 7.5 inches. From the top of the neckline down to the bottom, it's about 9.5 inches, which is about 24.5 centimeters. And around the waist, it's about 22 centimeters, or about 8.75 inches. Okay, so here's my newborn kindness day cardigan sweater. So I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.